Okay. Okay. All right. Welcome back. So, can you, let me get that your request the remote control first, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is the lab. So we have some homework, right? This is the homework
Yes.
for you. And then we have this is from the last time we add the PC2, right?
Yes.
And then you should be configured the within 100 200 sub interface between router and router one, and then
Yeah.
and also we have a SSLP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now first thing in here. So let me refresh first. So show VLAN switch brief here. So I want to check. So you have the VLAN 100 perfect. That is the 200. That is the database, right?
Yes.
Okay, we don't have a port any assigned yet because we don't have any port assigned yet. That is fine. And then let me check. Do you create the management VLAN or not? Show IP interface brief. Okay, so beautiful. So now you have matching that RTAG 100 and 10, 10, 10 in here, right?
Yeah.
And we have 200. So this is instead we confusing in here. So let's go back to here. VLAN 10, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to be IP address. So we're going to override 192.168.10.10. Okay.
Okay. So you
Oh,
don't have to hit beforehand to no IP address.
now because you suppose we have to do that, but that is for the best practice. But for me in here, if I enter like this, it's just going to be override. Okay.
All right.
So just to let you good to know. But of course the best way just make sure just always using no IP address first, right?
Okay.
10. Yeah, you see, it's override. So
Mm-hmm.
IP info again. Okay, so this is all match here. See, perfect, right?
Yeah.
And also this is layer 2, so we don't make sure you not by mistake because we don't want to configure SSRP on the switch. So we should configure on the router 1. Okay, just verify it's just clean here. Okay.
Yes.
And then let's go back. Let's hop into switch 3. So where is this? Do you have a switch 3 here?
Yes. Right here.
Okay, that is okay. Let me check again. Show VLAN switch brief. Make sure you have 100, 100, 200. That's perfect. And then let me see again. Show VDP status. So this is server mode. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a server mode. How about the switch 1? The switch 1 is the show VDP status.
Yes, that.
Okay, so this is server mode. So now, because you configure server mode in server modes, that is fine. You can, in the server mode, last time I already explained, you can modify, edit, right?
Yes.
Transparent is only manage his own VLAN database, okay?
Yep.
And then from the server, it can propagate to the same domain client, okay?
Yes.
Okay, so we not review from here. So I just want to make sure you have the two database agree. And then how about, for example, here, if I hop in here, switch 4.
Okay.
So this is switch 4. Let me go back to console. So this is switch 4. So for me, just do quick. So VLAN switch database. Okay, so see in here, we don't have a 100 yet, you see? And
Mm-hmm.
200, right? And then we try to find out again, show VTP status. So why is not, see, because this is transparent, you see?
Yes.
So it was client, but because maybe this is your practice, so you change it to transparent, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the transparent, same thing. See, we have to add manually. We have to add the VLAN 100 to 200, right?
Yes.
Now in this case, so you know already transparent. So let's we change this one here, VTP domain to be VTP domain mode. So domain modes, we're going to change to VTP domain. Let me see, domain mode. So we're going to change to client. Okay.
Okay.
So we change to the client now. Okay.
Yes.
Now the switch one, it should be same domain and passing to here, and here should be passing to here, right?
Yes.
So we can check in here again, show VLAN database. Do we have a, oh, we don't have yet, you see. Okay, just maybe give us some time. Okay. It's still not received yet. See why? Okay, so double check again, show VLAN status. So we have a client, and then we have a domain name is Cisco, right? So how about in switch 3? Because this is because we have to check on this one because this is the uplink, okay, uplink switch.
Yep.
So oh, we have in here already. So we have a server. So we have a Cisco. If this is make sure all capital or a small letter because this is case sensitive, you know. And then how about this one? This one again, all same, right?
Yes.
Okay, so just refresh again. Okay, so we then. Okay, we still see we still don't get it. So okay, so maybe we spend a little bit time in here to find out because the only thing, remember the VDP, the VLAN transport protocol is always need to work in the trunk port, okay?
Yep.
So let's show in here interface trunk port. Show interface trunk. Oh, come on. Oh, see, we don't have a trunk port yet. You see, that's the reason, right?
Yeah.
So we check the, if this is the 19, okay, I assume it's 19.
Yeah.
Right. So remember show interface, and then F1/9, and then put the follow with the switch port, right?
Yep.
Because we want to see the status. See? Oh, okay. So this is static access. You see, that's the reason, right? And then we can verify again. Show run interface. Show run F1/9. So okay. So still not configured yet, right?
No.
Because still in the dynamic, you see, it's just automatic. It's pick up in static access, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, so we have to tell this port interface in here. We want to switch to the trunk port, right?
Yep.
So the first thing, remember, for the trunk port, we have to use in the switch port command first. Switch port command, and then we have to make the escalation first again, right?
Yeah.
Should be trunk. Should be escalation. And then see, we want to be this format, okay?
Yep.
Because we want to use the standard, we don't want to use the ISL for Cisco. So we hit enter. Now the second command, you always have to be remember, always followed by two commands, okay? One is the trunk to tell what mode, and then now you want to switch mode to be a trunk port, you see? And then hit enter, and then you put same thing in here, just hard coding. We want to be full duplex. Now exit out. Now show run again. F1/9. We just make sure. Beautiful. You see we have the trunk port in here. And then we show again F1/9. follow with the switch port, okay?
Yep.
Now we see before from access, now the mode in here, we change the trunk port, right?
Yes.
That's beautiful. So now we show interface trunk in here. Now the trunk port is up, you see?
Mm-hmm.
And also is carry all VLAN here, right?
Yeah.
And also you can verify, and also by because Cisco have a CDB neighbor, they can find the neighbor, okay? So
Yep.
you can put the show CDB neighbor. You see this command?
Yep.
And then it's telling you, see, okay, see, I find my neighbor. My local interface is 19, and then it's connected to 19 also.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Got it?
Yep.
Okay, so that is now check again now. Show VLAN switch in here. Now we should be have the 100. Oh, no yet. You see? Okay, it's still no yet. Why? Okay, now we have to go back to switch 3 again. So just to make sure again, the switch 3, same thing. We do the basic troubleshooting. So we show run interface F1/9. Oh, see, this is still not still because still this is still dynamic. Okay.
Okay.
Now, and also you can show in another way you can show back to here that they show VLAN switch the database is you can tell the 19 is still in the default is still in the VLAN 1. You see?
Uh-huh.
Okay, and that is the one thing to verify. And also you can using this again F1/9 follow with the switch port. Okay, and then see this is access. Okay.
Yep.
Now we have to be happy. We have to be make sure. We have to be okay. Both and have to be agree, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then in here, first thing we have to be 1/9. So we're going to be. I'm going to force you to shut down first. Okay. So I make sure I have all the configuration and then I bring it up. You know.
Yep.
Okay. So in first, I'm gonna same thing. High-speed first, duplex full. And then I will be say switch port in here, and then I want to be trunk port. I want to use using the standard one, so I to be DO. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would tell this one is mode is the trunk port. Okay.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say no shutdown now. I'm going to bring the port up, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, now in this time now, when I show interface trunk again, we should have a trunk port, you see?
Yep.
Now we have a port channel. See port channel, we have this is switch 1. And then we have a 9, you see here?
Yeah.
To here. And then we have a 1 is uplink to the router 3. Perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then okay, so now we should be now we should hop into the 4, the switch 4 here. Okay, this is switch 4. Now this time, if I go to check again, show VLAN switch. Ah, it's beautiful. See?
Yep.
Okay. So now, so this is good to refresh you now. Just a little bit basic troubleshooting about VDP. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is good. So that's why you have to remember this always have to be trunk port. Make sure we have a VDP statuses correctly in the same domain, like what I mean in here. See, just make sure we have the verify the domain mode is a server or client, and make sure the domain name is a Cisco. This is very case sensitive, okay? And also, one more we need to verify. You can do verify is to make sure do we have a VTP password. Someone they want to make more security, they put a password, okay?
Yep.
See, in here we don't have a password just for our lab. So you can program it, put the password too. So just to avoid someone new hire or new network network guy come in just the first day or first week come into your environment, and then the manager tell the new guy, say, hey, I have a Cisco switch box that you need to uplink to the production, and then by avoid any harmful, like accidentally that you like bring down the network. So maybe this is a good idea. We should have a password protection. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is another security. Just we can review more like if come to VTP, especially when you have the like CCNA question. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So this is, let me save it first again now. So we have a complete here now. We have a successful. We are happy. We already configured the VLAN that we're supposed to do, and also we have a SSRP is good, and then everything is good in here. So now, and then we come to here. This is good too, right? So
Yep.
okay. So now this lab in here, we go back to the routing again now. So we have to we try to make sure either the switch from here or from here, we should be able to ping across the remote office network, right?
Yeah.
So we call this is the remote office network, okay?
Okay.
So for example, in here, it is, let me see, this is the, yeah. So for example, this is the remote office. Just say branch if you want to, just like a remote office, okay?
Okay.
So this side is a remote office, and then in here, say this is just like because we are still have like a small company, so just like this is just headquarters, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so headquarters, you can put this is in the Delaware, okay?
No.
Huh? No?
Yes. Yes.
Or you want to put New York?
Whatever.
Whatever. Yep. Okay. So let's put in this one for Delaware first, right?
Okay.
Okay. So this is we have a. Okay, so now we come back to the routing now. So, okay, so first thing, last time, remember in the day one, maybe we quick demo for you about we using the like just as like basic static route, okay?
Okay.
Static route is the easy one, the complex static route. The only is not good static route because we have to hop in each router. We have to configure what network to send to or to return, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only. It's not like a less admin because we want to try a little bit like a more efficiency in the dynamic routing. We call dynamic routing instead of like static route. Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's do like this first in here. Just go back to router one first in here. Let's do some basics in here. So first thing, you want to do like this here. Show IP interface. Not show IP interface. Show IP route. Okay, so this is the route. So everything is to see. We only have one here. That is a static route. I'm not sure where it is pointed to. Oh, here 172, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you see. So everything we want to go to this network, we point it to next hub. So this is the next hub here.
Yep.
And then same thing. We don't want to. We don't need to switch 3 first for temporary. So let me see here. Yeah, close this one first. So we just temporary. We doing this one first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we need the router 2. So we bring up the router 2. Okay, so this is the router 2. And then let me show again, show IP interface brief. So we have this is router 2 information in here. So we have, let me show IP route. Okay, so this is the basics, right?
Yep.
So we have a static, so this is just a loopback. Okay, so we don't have this network yet. So we switch back a little bit in here. Let me make more a little bit smaller. Yep. Okay, so just enough for me. Yeah, enough for me. Okay, so for example here, see, we are in the router 2 here, right?
Yep.
Remember we just create the go back to the, for example here, show IP interface brief here. See, for example here, say we want to VLAN 100. Okay, this is server VLAN, right? This is server VLAN.
Yeah.
So from the router 2, so if we go to back to the router, we don't want this one first. Let's close this one first. Yeah, router 3. Which one? This is this is router 2. So from the router 2 in here, so first thing in here, when you show IP route, we know already we don't have a 192.168 for this VLAN 100, right?
Yep.
This network. So how we can and also we can one more verify in here. We can show the IP route and then say 192.168 dot 100 and then dot 0, just for example like that. So it's not in the
Table.
yeah, okay, because we don't have a routing yet, because this is when you show in here, see, when you just say show run in here, so we don't have a routing. See, we don't have the dynamic routing protocol yet. So this is straightforward, just using the static IP static route, right? See here.
Yeah.
So normally in here, you're going to be config T, and then you're going to be IP route. So you want to go to 192.168.100.0, and then 255.255.0, and then because this is for server VLAN, so now you're going to the next hop. This is the next hop. So the next hop should be 192.168.255.1. This is the next hop gateway. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So you hit enter in here. So now you exit out again. You show again here, show run, and no show run, show IP route. Okay. So now see, excuse me. So now we have a static route, you see, on the table, right? On the routing, we call this as a global routing table, okay?
Okay.
So now we just inject static route by this command. You see by this command?
Yeah.
Okay. So now once we have, see, the router 2 understand already, I have a route, go to the server VLAN, point it to the router 1. And also, see in here, if it's a static route, normally I can do like this too. I can like IP route here,
Okay.
IP route 192.168.100, and then dot 0, 255.255.255.0, and then we point it to the next hop here. Okay. So
Okay.
this one should be 168.255. Oh, wait a second. This is 255.1, 255.1. Okay, let's fix that one first. Make sure. Let's go back again. Show IP. Not this one. Go to router 3. Oh, first go to router 2. We still need to check on the router 2. So show IP interface brief. Okay, so we have a 255. So because this is 255, this is 255. Because this is 2 provider, so we don't want, if we take the whole thing here 24 subnet, how about we make it a 254 in here, okay?
Okay.
Or maybe we can change it to, if you want to be a more logical, because this is router 2, this is 3, we can make a third artifact, this is 2 and 3. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I show you here. Because our private network, we using a 192. So maybe in here we're not special for this link, because this is 172. So we don't want to make a confusing, because this is outside, because this is outside here, because this is outside window. Okay.
Okay.
Oh. How can we This is why is blocking here? Okay, I just put just somehow here. This is maybe Verizon, maybe AT&T. Okay.
Okay.
So I put it in here first. So now, because we don't want to, let me see, we can put 10 network in here, or we can use the, normally for the public, for the carrier, they always using the public IP address, not private, it's a public, okay?
Okay.
So how about do like this? We do quick in here. So let's just relabel in here. So I know, say we say Comcast. Comcast is always what, 68, 68. Okay, I remember Comcast DNS server is always 68, 68. You know. So we just use this 68, 68 in here. Just this is .2, and then we put this. This is just say /24. So and then this one can we copy or duplicate or yeah. Oh, wait a second. So this one, we make it, this is 68.68.68.1/24. So we move this one to here. This is the interface here. And then we move, I don't like this one either. So let's change this one here to, we just say 72, okay?
Okay.
This is .2/24, which is easy. And then this one, we make it 72, .72, .72, .1 here, and /24. Okay, so now we're going to do quick in here the IP address for this for this outside interface. So since we're in the router 2, so we have in here F0/1. So we're going to be IP address. Well, this is going to be 68.68.68.2. If you not follow, you can tell me slow down, okay?
Okay.
Full, and then no shutdown, and then we go back to F2/0. Okay, this is F2/0. We're going to be override again. So normally, be best practice is just no IP address, just enough like this, and then we just put the new IP address. So this one we're going to put 72.72.72.2. Make sure I have too many here. Okay, so this is speed 100 should be fine, and then exit out in here. Okay, and then if you don't want to go back to the period mode, if you're in the config T, make sure you put the do command in here, so you can do show IP interface brief. Okay, so we have this one correct. All right, now we go back to okay, router 3. So show IP interface brief.
Okay.
And then this one should be F1/0.
Yep.
Just make sure again, there's no IP address. And then speed 100 to break full, and then IP address. This is going to be 68.68.68.1. You see, when you know the topology, see your mind is already know. So you have to be good on your topology. Okay, so your mind is concentrate, is telling you what is the next to do, or next command that you need to do on the router. So make sure this first thing when we come to the command line, we're always good in the topology first. Okay.
Yep.
So this is good in here, so no shutdown. And then you can click in here, just ping the other side, 68.68.68.68.2. Just make sure we have a network direct connectivity. See, it's good, right?
Yep.
So let's write in here and go back to router one. Router one, perfect. I'm going to show IP interface brief, and then I'm going to re-IP this port interface. So I interface. So that one should be F2/0 here. Okay. So let me shut down first. No IP. And then IP address. So this one is going to be 72.1.
One.
And then I will say no shutdown again. Okay, so
Yeah.
and then let me try again the ping 72.72.72.2. Beautiful. Save it first. Okay, so see, it's quick. So we reconfigure the 1, 2, 3, 4 port interface. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so now we go back to router 2 again. So now, just assuming in here, assume we have an issue now. For example, if we ping, just say we pretend we ping 190.12, just for example, it gives you timeout, right?
Yep.
Yeah, this is just a quick for troubleshooting since we IP. I just want to show you how we troubleshooting. So first thing we timeout, and then the second that you need to look at is like make sure do I have a IP route, right?
Yep.
So show 12 like this, not in the table, right?
No.
And okay, and then how about just verify again from the running config? Make sure do I have in here? Oh, see, oh, I have this one network. But then you can tell this is wrong interface, you see, pointing because we have been re-IP, but we forgot to change the static route, the next hop IP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is a one mistake in here. That's why from our basic troubleshooting in here. So how about if I show IP route, show IP route, see IP route, you see, now, here, what is the, when we have in the configuration, this is in the running config, right?
Yeah.
But why didn't show up in here? You see, you have to think about like this. You see, you have to ask yourself first. When I show run the configuration on the router, I see I did configure this one. Even this is the wrong IP, but I supposed to have like in here. But why didn't show? Why didn't show up? The reason is why every time when you're using static route, make sure that next hop IP need to reachable. That is mean you cannot time out. If you time out, that is mean wrong. This router is very smart. They think the next hub IP is not reachable. I'm not trust you, so I'm not install on my routing table. Understand?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how you troubleshooting in the future. Okay. For static route, when you see the running config, when you see I have the configuration, but with the wrong next hop IP, and also I have a verify when I ping my next hop 192.168.255.1. It's you see it's timeout. It's not reachable. In this case, the router you can speaking for the routers, speak the router itself, and the router say it's going to tell you the truth. Hey, I cannot read this next hop, so I'm not trust this network, so I'm not install on my routing table. Got it?
Got it.
Okay, so now, how we fix it? So first thing we have to be, of course, we have to be correction in here. Now, in this case, we cannot override. Okay.
Okay.
So the best way in here, so you have to remove it in here. So for example, in here, see, if you say I don't want to put no first, so like because I show you no IP address, put the new IP address, it is going to be override. But how about on routing statement in here? See, it is going to be override or not. So this is good for you to testing. See, because you're not in the production, you're in the lab in here. So 192.168.100.0, 255.255.255.0. Now you're going to be the next hop is should be 68.68.68 dot here. See here 68.1, right?
Yep.
And also, you see what happened in here? Why I have this? Oh, it's mistake.
5. Yeah, you're missing the 5.
Got it. Yep. So we have a. Okay, so we hit enter again. So right, and then now we have a second. Now we have a second one too. For this one, right?
Yeah.
So that is a 72.72.72. The one. So hit enter, right? So now in here, go back to show IP route this time. Look at that. So now we have when we want to this router want to go to this network, the headquarter, the server VLAN network. Now I have a via. See the one is a static, okay? One is static. So we have a via. So we have a two either one. So in this case, you have to be careful now. In this case in here, it's kind of like a low balancing. So can be go this way and can be go this way, okay?
Okay.
But which one is the which one is the preferred? Now you can show IP route 192.168.100 say .12, right?
Yep.
When you hit enter, because I'm guessing now which one should be a which one should be a preferred, right? How this router pick up, go to this network either using router 3 or using either router 1. So my guessing, when I see the IP address like this, maybe the router say I'm going to pick the bigger IP address. Okay. So now we're going to be prove it now. So when we hit enter here, see it's via 72. Agree? Yep. So I'm maybe not. You see, but this one is good too. You see, right? But this one here have a start. You see, so maybe prefer is the 68. So see, it's very tough in here. Right. So and sometimes when either come here, and then when the return traffic, for example, if the router 2 is sending to router 3, and then go to say pretend this is the server. So this go to router 3 and come to like this here, go to here, and then the return traffic is going to maybe go back to because the gateway in here, the primary, remember the gateway come to here and then go back to the router 2. So in this case, what's going to be happen? Let me see here. Snap. Snipping 2. I try to explain to you here. So this is good troubleshooting on the routing too. Now you get it. So first thing, let me see here. Okay, so just pretend this is the server. Router 2 from the static route. So this is start. I'm not until you have to do the trace route to verify, right? Because trace route is always know how to path next hop path, right?
Yeah.
So okay, so just say router 2 is sending to here, and then it's come to here. That is come to here. That is a normal traffic, right?
Yeah.
Now, the return traffic here, the return traffic is because remember the gateway is the primary on the router 1.
Yes.
So it's going to send the gateway to here, and then the router 1 is going to go back to here like this, you see? So
Yes.
that is the return, and that is the send traffic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, in this case, look at that. So what happened in this case on the routing? This one is we call as a asymmetric routing.
Metric wallet?
Asymmetric routing.
Oh,
Because,
it's metric.
right.
Okay.
One go direction, the return is didn't supposed to come back like this.
Oh.
Now that's the same direction, right?
Yes.
Now in the network, sometimes it depends. In the networking, sometimes in the production, sometimes when you ask me asymmetric routing is good or not good, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not good. It depends your bandwidth, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it depends those kind of TCP knowledge too, like a knowledge too, because they don't like asymmetric routing. Because when they come in and then go out, come in, taking different paths, some application they don't like it, especially like a voice traffic, voice over IP. They don't like symmetric routing. Okay, so symmetric routing sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not working. So that's why it depends. That's why when you have a redundant link, that's why you can then you have to be like a quick to jump in this case. So for example, when you in the production, when we happen like this asymmetric routing, so then you have to quick come into the router here. Let's here. So you have to come back quick in this router too, and then you find out, say, okay, because we have a two. When you show IP route again in here, show IP route because I have a two gateway.
Yes.
So and also this sometimes it's called load balancing also, but load balance, okay, either one, but sometimes we don't like either, right? But now in this case, when you show run command again, so I can do like this. So one way you can do, first thing in here, we remove this one first. No IP route this one, because this is the old.
Yeah. Old.
Yeah, we don't want to confusing in here. Let's clean up first. We remove this one, and also we remove the loopback.
Okay.
Okay, so we do show run again. So now sometime could be in the CCNA question or on the exam tell you you're not allowed to remove. You can do something, you can do modify, but you're not allowed you to remove. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because the easy way, see, if you allow you to remove, the easy way you just say, hey, okay, so just remove this one then. We want to, if we don't want to go to here, we want to force it to router 1. So of course I'm going to remove this one.
Yep.
Wait, I'm going to remove this one, the top one.
All right.
So we force the traffic in here. See, we force the traffic in here, go to router 1, right?
Yep.
So when you show IP route again in here, you see, now we only have one route, go to router 1, right?
Yep.
But now in the exam, the exam is when the exam is a request you're not allowed to delete, but you can allow to modify. So how you can do that? Okay. So first thing we go back, we put it back again. So we put back the original configuration. So we put it back in here. We put it back. See, we show IP route again. You see,
Yep.
we come back again. We see we have a two path in here, right?
Yes.
All right. So now the same thing. The question now, see in here, when you show run section IP route. See, in the exam, it's asking you, you're not allowed to remove. You're not allowed to remove any configuration, but I allow you to do modify, right? Now, in this case, we can do some like tricky, because you see this is the one in here.
Yeah.
Because that is the default is one, right? And then you have to remember for the like later on the read, the BGP, what is the or ERGRP, what is the AD number, right? That is so you can Google search, and also when we come to the those kind of routing, I can show you what is the AD number, right?
Okay.
So in here, say okay, so just pretend you don't know the BGP, you don't know the EIGRP, you don't know the OSPF, what is the AD number? So that, because if I only use static route in here, I mean, you don't care about number, and then we can do like this. So then we can go to IP route. So 192.168.100.0, and then 255.255.255.0, and then followed by 68.68.68.1. Now you put the question mark in here. You see, it allow you see the distance metric in here.
Yeah.
So you can just a little bit like a poison, like poison, like tricky a little bit. So I want to increase. Say this is I'm going to be say 5.
Okay.
So that is mean I modify now from 1 to 5. Okay.
Okay.
So that is like a little bit like we cheating. We cheating. Okay. Like we poison or whatever. How you describe the word is work for you. But we try.
Delay?
Yeah, it can be a delay or something. So this is because on the global routing, because the router is always picked from the direct connect C and then come to the AD number, right? Who's the lower one? Who's going to be win installed on the routing table?
Okay.
So in this case, so we're going to try a little bit. See, we trigger here. We increase this AD number here to become a 5, or could be this link here. We have a small link in here, right? So say here we have a 1 gig link, and here we have a 100 megabit. So okay, so now we hit enter. So now what does the output look like? When you show IP route again in here, you see it's go away.
Yeah.
Right, it's go away. Because the router is going now when you go to show run again, when you show run again section IP route, check now. You see, it's followed by
5.
Okay, this call another the correct word they call this is called static route. We call it a floating. It's floating static route. Okay, it's a floating. Okay, it's a FLOATING floating. It's a floating static route. Okay, so it means this one here is we call it a standby.
Okay.
One this interface go down in here, and then this one is going to be kicked in. Watch. Show IP interface brief. We're going to become big T. We're going to shut down this link in here, F2/0. So we're going to shut down. Now check what happened. When you show IP route again, you see?
Okay, no, just that one.
But now because this is shut down, so this is floating. This is floating. Since this is go down, and then the second static standby route, I'm going to kick in. So I'm going to handle the job. Okay.
Okay.
You see, this is how beautiful when you have do like this, right? But then one thing you have to think about, see, while we're doing this, we still manually on the router doing this. That's why when we have a dynamic routing between the router and router, exchange the routing, then that's why we try to avoid this kind of like command in the midnight to wake you up. Got it?
Yes.
Now, if we put back again, see if we put back again, go back to F2/0. If I no shutdown, it's going to be what happened. It's going to be this.
Take the original back.
Exactly, because when it come back again, and then they will talk itself, say, hey, my link has come back, then my AD is 1, you are 5, I'm going to take over. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now when I show IP route again in here, you see it's come back. Okay, so beautiful. That's just give you a scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now because we have a route on the router too, but we're still not able to ping either network in here because we still need to configure R1 and R3, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back to R1 again. So we have to show, make sure we have a show IP route. We find out again. So we still have, oh, perfect. You see, we don't have a static config yet. Okay.
Okay.
We don't have a static route yet. Everything, but just double check on the running config. Do we have any static route? See, we have one, right?
Yep.
Because this is a same thing. It's not reachable. That's why they're not installed. Correct. This is from the old configuration.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, so we do quick in here. So we go to IP route. So we're going to copy this one here. So we want to go to the remote office. Now I'm going to change it now to the next hop IP. Should be 72.72.72.2. Okay.
Yep.
And then now in here, show IP route. See, now I have one network.
Yep.
Okay, so we save it again. So now we go back to router 3. See, we have to, when you deal with static route, that is the problem. See, you have to deal each router.
Yep.
And then do show IP route first in here. So what we have in here. So this is very clean, you see?
Yep.
And also, okay, then we go ahead and IP route. So we want to I have in the clipboard. You see, I have in the clipboard. I just copy like this. So you have to be careful. Okay.
Okay.
So this is 255.255.0, and then the next hop should be 68.68.68.2, right?
Yes.
And then we go back to here again. Show IP route. Okay, so we have this one, you see?
Yep.
Okay, so now for example now, so let's go back to here now. Let's go back, we just go back to router 2. Oh, wait a second in here. So we go to router 1. Show IP interface brief again. So what we have in here. Okay, so we look at this 12 in here. So we go to back to here. So we're going to start ping now 192.168.100.12. See it's okay or not. Beautiful, right?
Yep.
Now what happened in the router 1? See what happened in the router 1 if I want to ping the 200, the VLAN 200. So I go back again, go to the router 2. If I bring up again, so I want to ping 200 now.
Oh.
Why?
Hmm.
Did I lose you? Why?
Oh no. Oh no, because not in the table.
Exactly. So the same thing again. Then you have to show IP route, right? And then you have to. Oh, see, I don't have the. I only have 100, but I don't have a 200, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I want to be complete again, oh my goodness, that's a lot of configuration, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't like the static IP, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, okay, so we have a many routing table here because this is RIP is already a long time ago. I'm not sure they still in the production right now. Do we still using the RIP? We might ERGRP in. It's very few people using ERGRP also, but you need to know because this is in the exam. But in the real production, in the real network, sometimes people did not use ERGRP because ERGRP is only work from a Cisco to Cisco router to Cisco router. So for example, if you have a Juniper router, or maybe third-party router like those kind of like what 3COM router and something like that, that is not working because this ERGRP is only for Cisco to Cisco. Okay.
Okay.
So OSPF that is a standard. So that it will work. And BGP also it will work because BGP is every standard industrial they support BGP and OSPF. Okay.
Okay.
Now the only thing is the why which one we should be used. But anyway, you have to study. I have the demo. You have to study all of them because that is happen in your exam, right?
Okay.
But in the production, normally people they from the wendling in here, we always use the BGP. So right now, I'm going to just quick demo about BGP first, and then we come back another day to explain EIGRP and OSPF, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to the here now. So we go to the router. So we router in here. So we put the BGP. Now the BGP followed by the AS number. You see,
Okay.
and all and also ERGRP OSPF same thing. They have AS we call AS number, autonomous system number. Okay. So see, this is the private. See, this is the private, and also this is the private AS number. And also we have like when you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like Verizon, Comcast, like that, they have a public AS number also. So this one is not route to the internet. This is only route on your backbone between the carrier. Okay.
Okay.
Is it crossing the MPLS or something in here to do the VPN inside labeling, VPN, BGP, VPN, those kind of configuration. But I'm not demo for you, but that is too complicated for you for the beginner. Just
Yeah.
see, just say this is just you're just learning basic what is the format first, how to configure the router BGP. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so in here, so say in here, so let's do quick in here. So we try to match using the 6500. So we just use the whatever the router 2, router 1, router 3. So in here we just use 2 like this. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So we hit enter, right? Now the next command we're going to put the neighbor. That is the neighbor. Yeah, because we want the neighbor, right? So the neighbor, and then when you put a question mark, is follow the IP address. See the neighbor IP address, the peer IP address. So for example, the router 1, it should be 72.72.72, and dark 1. That is the remote router 1, the
Yeah.
peer IP address. Okay.
Okay.
And then put a question mark again in here. You see, it's asking you a lot of things in here. See, you can do. But what we're looking for is the remote AS number, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's why we call BGP. So then the next router 1 should be 1 like this. Then
Yeah.
we just hit enter. All right. Now and also we can put the description in here. Just try to make when you do show running config. When you put a description in here.
Yep.
So description and then say this is a BGP. This is 2. This is 2 router 1 like that.
Okay.
Good enough. And then now you put a neighbor. 68 here 68 dot 3, and no, this is the same thing dot 1, right?
Yeah.
And then the remote AS mean the router 3, the BGP AS number, it should be 65003. Follow?
Yes.
Okay, and then we hit enter again. Now we same thing again. In here we put the description just to describe what is the neighbor. So this is going to be BGP 2 router 2. No, router 3. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now when you do here, so when you do show run section router, you can do like this. This is a short command, or you can just show run again, show running config, and then you just hit the keep spacebar to keep continue to the bottom, looking for. See, this is the BGP configuration in the routing configuration. Okay, so this is the correct format. You see.
Yep.
Okay, so no auto summary automatically, and then this is just a neighbor description. Okay, so it's very clear. You see, this neighbor is pointed to router 3, and this is pointed to router 1, right? Okay, so now in here, when you show IP BGP summary, so now you're using so now using BGP command. See, when you put the question mark in here, same thing. Show you have a lot of option in here. See, many options. Okay, so but sometimes you don't have to memorize the whole thing. You just memorize what you need in the production and also what you need in the exam. Got it?
Yep.
So show IP BGP summary again. This command is help you to check what is the table. There's a nice table in here. See, you have the neighbor IP address. This is the BGP what version, and then you have this is the AS number, and then how many send, how many update. So right now, because because in here, see, it's still active, it's still not established yet because we didn't configure router 1 and router 3 yet, right?
Yep.
It still say because it doesn't know how to get there. It's active, right? It's just this is just say waiting. It's open section. Okay.
Okay.
So okay. So now we go back quick in here. So we go to the router 3. So same thing quick in here. Okay. So then then same thing in here. We put the router BGP, and then we put the 65003. Good. Okay, and then this is only one peer to router 2, so we're going to put the 68 dark. What is the neighbor? The neighbor should be dark 2, right? 255.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sorry, it's not 255. See, because we're not advertised the network yet. We just established the remote peer session first. Okay.
Okay.
So just then follow by the remote AS. Remember. Because we have to understand what is our neighbor, the BGP AS number. So the neighbor is should be 6002, like that. And here again you can put a description. So description, this is going to BGP 2. This is router 2.
Yep.
Okay, see, it should be simple enough. Oh, look at that. When I enter in here, it's already come up. You see, it's quick. Okay, so that never mind. So we finish the rest of the configuration first because we have a remote area, we have description. Okay, that's fine. That's good. So now we go in here again. When we show run again section of the running configuration about BGP. So this is how we coding. You see, this is the format. Agree?
Yep.
And then we show again IP BGP summary. You see, now see we have an open section. You see, it's a when this is status. This means it's up for 37 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
And then see we received the update, and then the remote AS number 2, and then we have a prefix. This is a network because we're not advertised yet, so we're still 0. So now when you go to the router 2, now same thing in here. So you have a ups, and then we can show again the verify, show BGP summary. Okay, so see in here, see one is still active because we not go to router 1 yet. Yeah, I see. But now it's happy now. See, now the BGP between router 2 and router 3 is happy, is up. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So go back to the router 1 quick. So we continue in here. So router 1, same thing in here. Router BGP, and then 65.0.0 what?
1.
1. Perfect. And then we put the neighbor. So this should be, what is the neighbor? 72. 72.2, 2, right?
2.
Right, and then put the remote AS 65.0.0.2. Okay, and then we put the description in here again. So this is the BGP 2 router 2. When we hit enter, and then we click in here, show IP BGP summary. Okay, so let's wait. Let's wait. Okay, let's wait. Uh-oh, why? Oh, okay, it's up. Yeah, just a little bit wait. Okay.
Right.
So now when you go back to the router 2 here, so when you show IP BGP, when you show IP BGP summary, okay,
Yeah.
see, now it's up, right?
Yep.
But remember, sometime in the production, because sometimes you never know, and outside, because this is say this is like you through Comcast or Verizon or AT&T, because the third party is not your control. Maybe they have a outside the street is they have a like fiber cut like that, and then that's why they bring your BGP go down. Okay.
Right.
In this case, how you basic troubleshooting for BGP, because this is direct connect, you always say, for example, if this is go down like this, you always ping the neighbor. So you always ping the neighbor like this, ping 72.72.72.1. See right now because it's a reachable, right?
Yep.
But if I shut down this one in here, this is going to be go down. So that is the first thing when you're troubleshooting, why the BGP neighbor or the session is go down. You always ping the neighbor first. If the neighbor is not reachable, and then and also if you cannot log into the router 1, so in this case you have to make a phone call to the carrier. Okay, you have to report, you have to open ticket with them, say, hey, I have a problem, my circuit from my remote office go to the headquarters, something like that. Then they will check for you. Okay.
Okay.
If they have find the issue on their end, and then they will fix for you. They will say, oh, okay, they find something fiber cut or something like that. But sometimes they always ask you first, just to verify your remote office, to confirm, do you have a power outage, make sure your router have a power, those kind of stuff. If you know what I mean, huh?
Yep.
Okay, so now so now you learn BGP configuration, how to set up the table, and then now in here, and also you learn show IP BGP summary.
Yep.
Just to check the neighbor is up or not, right? Now you show in here they have a now when you just show IP BGP like this, it's empty because we not advertise the network yet. That's why it's empty, because this table is empty here. Okay, until we send the network, right?
Yep.
Now, and also in here, so when you show IP here, when you show IP route, the global routing, we still have a static. You see, we don't have a B for the label BGP.
Yep.
Okay, so now I show you now how we advertise network into the BGP? They have a many way, but the first thing, the easy way, we just using the network statement. Okay.
Okay.
So show first in here. I show you show run section router BGP. Type wrong in here. Okay, so now we go back to the table, config key, router BGP 65002. Now this time we're not using the neighbor command. So this time because we want to advertise the network, so we're going to use the network command here. That is the network. See, that is the network. Yep. Okay, so this network from the router 2, I have my behind here, because and also should we have this interface. See, for example, in here. Before we put the network statement, do show first in here. Show IP interface brief, because we have to be advertised it's a good network. If you're not using the good network, BGP cannot advertise, okay?
Okay.
But make sure we have to be up in here. Or we call IBGP. So that's a more further. When we have an IBGP or static route, then we can using the network statement also to advertise.
Okay.
Okay. So now in here, say go back again in here. So now we start using the network. That is an easy command, network, and then followed by the network. So what network you want to advertise is the 172.16.20 and .0. Make sure that is the network ID. And also in here, we're not using 255 like this, because BGP after the network, after the network IP address, and then the network ID, and then followed by the mask. Okay, that is what we call the network mask. Okay.
Right.
So the network mask is to be 255.255.0. So you have to be make sure this one have to be matched whatever you have in here.
Okay.
If this one in here is a /22, then you have to use the /22, because right now in here we're using /24. That's why you have to be matched. Okay.
Okay.
If this one here we're using like a like the loopback something, for example, like that is a /32 and like 255.255.255, then we have to be using the 255 like this. Okay, we have to be exactly the match. Okay,
Right.
so in here we're using the 0 like this. Now we hit enter. Now when you act, and also now if you want, you can advertise that facing the interface also here. You want to advertise, because I have this, because this router here I have a three network. You see, I have 1 network, 2 network, and 3 network, right? So that's why I need to advertise this 3 network. Okay. So I have a 68.68.0, and then I have a mask in here again, 255.255.255.0, like that. Okay, but normally you don't have to be advertised in this case, because we only have because this is direct connect between. So you actually this 268 you don't need to advertise, because this router unless they have a router in between in here. For example, if we have another router in here, because when we say, for example, this is the router. If we move this one is the router, this is the router in between router 2 and router 3, because say just pretend this is the router, right? Just because see this one here could be 68, it could be here, could be 69. You see?
Yeah.
So now you have to advertise 68 to give it to 63, and then 63, 69, give it back to the router 2. Okay.
Okay.
So that is but in here, because this is direct connect, so we don't have necessary to advertise this is direct connect network. But this is just for example. Okay.
Okay.
So just like that. And then we have another one. It's a 72. It's a 72.0. Okay, like that. So quick. And then now when you show IP BGP again, see, now we have a 3 network on
Yep.
on this router BGP table. And then because we're using the network statement, it's always 0. The next hop is a 0, 0 because this is because we're using the network statement. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So now, let me see here. So then we go to router 3, same thing in here. Now, for example, now when you show IPBGP again in here, show IPBGP. See, now we receive. Now we see automatically. See, we receive the 3 network.
Yep.
Okay. So the next hop, you see the next hop. See, next hop. Okay.
Okay.
From this, because from this guy, because this guy we advertise only this link. See. And then when you do show IP here, show IP BGP summary, now from 0, because we received 3, now we should have a 3 prefix. You see?
Yep.
Okay, so now we go to the same thing in here. Simply in the router 3, and then same thing in the router 3. We want to go back again. BGP 65003.
3.
Same thing in here. We're going to be network advertise. Say, for example, we advertise the 200, the VLAN 200.
Okay.
0, like this. So now, when we go back to the router 2, when you show IP again, show IP BGP, you see, we receive.
Yeah.
See that quick?
Yeah.
It's more convenient from static route, right? Because it's a dynamic, because they exchange the routing table with the BGP. Okay.
Okay.
So now in here, let me see. So let's okay, we have now one more show IP, or the keeper getting delayed. Show IP show IP route. You see show IP route? So now we have a B. Look at that B.
B.
Okay.
Okay.
Now for example, now if I can see, if I can ping 198 200 now to 12, I should be reachable, right?
Yep.
You see, beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to stop in here. So now let me save this one first. So now this is your homework now.
Okay.
Because homework I left over this router 1, so I want you to configure the BGP to pairing with the router 2.
Okay.
Right, because I only demo for you R2 and R3, right?
Yep.
And then same thing you want to, and from the router 1, you want the same thing, you want to advertise that the network to router 2.
Yep.
And the same thing and then you can using the show IP BGP and show IP BGP summary, and then show IP route, just to verify how you learn the network. Okay.
Yeah.
So for example in here now, right now I have here I'm on the router 3, show IP BGP. See, this is the BGP on the router table, right?
Yep.
Okay, and then see, for example, no, show IP interface brief. So okay, so just for example, so I want you advertise from router 3 and router 1. This is your homework. I want you advertise this network. No, this 3 network, the VLAN 30 and VLAN 40.
The VLAN 30 and 40 and 200.
Yeah, everything whatever. So everything whatever in this network you need to advertise. Same thing on
Okay.
the router 1, because here router 1. Okay, here. Oh, router 1. Show Ip Bgp summary. Okay, so show run again. Section router BGP. Okay, so now here I'm going to on purpose here. So I'm going to remove here the router, no router BGP 65. So I remove it now. Okay, so I remove it now. So no more BGP table.
Okay.
But I give you this one in here for your study. So I put in the what is your notepad again in here? So let's go. So you can save it.
I think you hit the wrong one.
Oh, go ahead. Can you grab back again? Put it back. Yeah. Okay. So in here. Okay. So you
Okay.
saved it somewhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we stop in here. So you can once you advertise, make a peer, and then you can start try to ping, and also try to ping the PC2 in here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then if you have a problem, this is no problem. And then next lab we're going to concentrate more about in BGP how we behaviors, how we fail over between these two links.
Okay.
Okay, so hopefully you learned something for tonight.
Yep.
So we will stop in here. All right.
All right.
So let me give it back to you. Okay, so good night, Austin.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.